From Jackson
because they
Dart to
exceeded
little Jordan
expectations.
Humphrey.
Welcome back with the Kings of the East. We're going to talk about these Week 3 matchups, man. Some really good games today. We had Eagles and Rams. We had Giants and Chiefs. We had Cowboys and Bears. And we had Commanders and Raiders. So we got a lot to unwrap today, a lot of heartbreaks today, and a lot of really good things today. So we're going to break it down. First and foremost, we're going to go ahead. We're going to talk about the most exciting matchup, the most exciting ending, which was in Philly. Mahal, what we got from today, man?
So, first of all, great victory, man. Resilient bunch, per usual, man. But I'm going to start with my MVP of the game, and that's Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis today solidified himself as the first round pick that we chose back in 2021. He had 2 blocked field goals, 1 return touchdown, 5 tackles, 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss, and 2 QB hits. One of the
Sheesh.
Goodness
most
gracious.
dominant games for a Philadelphia Eagles D tackle in years, and we've had some great ones. We've had Fletcher, we've had Jalen Carter. Like we've had D tackle is a rich spot for us. So Jordan Davis, he's showing that he's gonna get that money this offseason. And he's worth that 5th year extension that we gave him, or the 5th year option. So I was really
No
pleased to see
question.
him take that next step. What I want to start with is Kevin Patula got his head out his ass today, and I was happy to see that he let JalenHurts take control of the offense, man. Hurts today was running audibles for 14% of the plays in the first half versus 44% in the second half, which was me telling that he just took control. They gave him the option to run the offense. He isolated AJ Brown on one side of the field. It was obviously the best day AJ Brown has had so far this season, and it was good to see. It was something that everybody's been waiting to see from our passing game. Can the Eagles play from behind? When Saquon Barkley gets shut down, what are the Eagles going to do? And today showed you Jalen Hurts is a top 5 quarterback. I'm going to start with his first half stats with you guys. Started the first half 4 for 8, 17 passing yards, 4 carries, 22 rushing yards, and 2 sacks. Second
Okay.
half, 18 for 28, 212 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns. I think today showed why Jalen Hurts is viewed as a top 5 quarterback by many Eagles fans and smart reporters. I ain't gonna say y'all, but he solidified why he's a $255 million Super Bowl MVP, man. I don't think there's nothing more he has to prove. Obviously there's gonna be his doubters, but today solidified what I've always thought of him as just a top 5 quarterback. And I want to lastly talk about what transpired in the first half. Lane Johnson, 4 plays into the game, got a stinger in his neck. Did not play the rest of the game. We've subbed in Matt Pryor, our backup right tackle. He played only 8 snaps. He had 1 QB hurry, 2 sacks, and a strip fumble cause. They quickly pulled him out the game, and I think this really saved the game. Fred Johnson, who we had last year on our team, he's a good swing tackle. He went to the Jaguars after the Super Bowl. Howie Roseman made a sneaky move in August and brought him back for a trade with a 6th-round pick. And it showed why it counted today. When he got in the game, he had 25 snaps, gave up 1 QB hurry, 0 hits, 0 sacks. Our 3rd-string right tackle came in the game today and solidified and strapped up Jared Verse in that defensive line that was eating in the first half. Came out of second half and got a strip sack right to the touchdown that led to 26-7. So that was good to see, man. I'm really pleased with our team. I really feel like we're the best team in football. I think we just play complete ball. I think we got one of the best young defenses in football. I think we have the best special teams in football, with our punter included in that, because he was coughing corner kicking all of those punts. If you watch, Braden Mann is one of the best punters in football, along with Jake Elliott being one of the best kickers in football. So I'm just pleased to see where we are. We got a tough test coming up, but the Rams were a tough test. Quinyon Mitchell traveled for the first time in his career. First time in his career, he's
Okay.
traveled over 60% of snaps. And he was at 80% today with Devontae Adams, which he held him at 5 targets, 2 catches for 12 yards against
Okay, when they matched up.
when they matched up. And for Puka Nacua, he gave up 2 catches, 26 yards. So solid day in coverage for him. Adoree Jackson, we was able to hide him, which was a sight to see, because I just knew that they were going to kill us. And besides that Devontae bomb over the top of a Reed Blankenship, other than that, we held Matt Stafford in check. He had under 200 passing yards, which isn't easy to do. So I would take that. That was a good defensive performance. I like to see us come back, and I think we solidified ourselves as the best team in football. That's all I got for y'all.
I don't really
Okay.
have a question, but I got a confession to make.
What's up?
It's time to start arguing against Jalen Hurts, man. It's like it's nothing else for Shawty to prove, bro. And it's like I can't even pull nothing up to say like he's never done this, he's never done that. Granted, do I think he's in a great situation? Is he the
For
Draymond
sure.
of the NFL? For sure.
Hold
But
on now.
I
it,
like
Hold
that. I
on
ain't
now.
never heard that one.
Hold on.
it's time. He got it. What can we say anymore? He's a guy. He's a guy, and I'm saying that on camera while it's recording. Jalen
646
Hurts.
day. Let me write that down.
Jalen Hurts is a
Yeah,
guy,
you
man.
might gotta write that one down.
Yeah,
Video might not be
he
enough.
finally proved it. He's down. They need his arm to win the game.
He could do
There's
it.
nothing else to say, bro.
Okay.
Best
I
team
got
in
a
ball,
question.
man.
Do you feel like y'all won that game more than the Rams lost it?
Oh, I feel like we won that game. I feel like we took
Okay.
control. I feel like we spot you 19 points, bro. Like we gotta play damn near perfect after that, and I think we did. I know we did actually.
Okay. All right. Yeah, no, that's where I was getting at because you guys kind of came back. I couldn't remember the discrepancy, but like you said, 19 points. So I didn't know if it was more so Matt Stafford missing throws or y'all strapping up and
I mean,
y'all winning it more than them losing it.
he missed the throw. He missed Devontae up the sideline one pass. He did miss him. He
Yeah,
missed the throw, but I mean,
Pakua
it's a,
too on that 3rd and 2
he missed
on
some
the
yeah.
throws.
drag.
He missed
He
he
missed
missed
some
some throws.
throws.
He missed some
Hmm.
throws, but I mean that's football. Everybody ain't gonna have a perfect
Yeah,
game.
Yeah,
You
for
for
can't
sure.
sure.
expect a perfect game. But he
For
made
sure.
some tough ass throws too. And
Hmm.
our defense showed up, man. We got the youngest defense in football, and they just consistently week in and week out they show resilience. We did not put them in a good situation. Our offense was giving them the ball on their side of the field 4 to 5 times in that game. Like the Rams could have easily ran away with that. They just were settling with
Yeah,
field
Yeah.
goals.
yeah,
Field
yeah.
goals.
They
And it
kept
was because of Matt Stafford's missed throws, though. So that's where
yeah.
I was getting at. Like, I didn't know if y'all won it more than they lost it, but, that's your opinion. I'm with you. Okay.
I also another thing I want to say is I don't want to hear Matt Stafford and is better than Jalen Hurts anymore either. Matt Stafford is 1-3 versus Jalen Hurts. Sean McVay
Mm,
is 1-6 against the Philadelphia Eagles. So
mm,
we have the Rams cards. So I'm not really trying to hear all these quarterbacks when he matches up against them. He matches up against those guys that say they're better than him. Jalen Hurts comes out with the W. And the
mm.
Rams have just as talented as a team as the Eagles. If you want to really break it down roster for roster, they're
No,
one of the
I'm
most
with you.
talented
Y'all the
teams.
top 2 talent for sure to me in the NFC. Yeah. Or even NFL. Yeah.
So
Hmm.
when we did our quarterback rankings this summer, where'd you have Jalen Hurts?
I had him at 5.
Where do you have him now?
So me, the fan in me, I think Jalen Hurts is the second best quarterback in the league.
Hell, he
I'm
just
gonna put
needed him.
him. I'm gonna put him at 4 right now.
Okay,
But
Okay,
bump that.
okay, move
I
bumped up a
got
spot. Okay,
I got Lamar and Josh over him right now slightly. They're just special talents, and I'm not gonna take that away from them. So currently, yes, they are. Now, if I got one game and I need a win, there's only one quarterback I'm taking over Jalen Hurts, and that's Patrick Mahomes. Other than that, I'm getting one. One is that guy. He's gonna give me the dub. He'll do whatever it takes to get the W, and that's all that matters. If you want to be a game manager, he'll be that for you. If he want to take over the game, he'll be that for you. Some quarterbacks got to take over the game to win, and they're not good at taking that step back and holding it, not throwing turnovers. Like Lamar Jackson struggles with that
yeah.
a lot.
In postseason, yeah.
He
Hmm.
presses, and sometimes you can't press. You got to take what the defense give you, and I think that's something special that Jalen Hurts does.
Okay. No, I can't knock that.
Yeah, I just want to know
Okay.
where you had him at.
Yeah,
I
don't a couple
respect
more
it.
weeks of that though.
Yeah,
Hey, I already told you, let Jalen Hurts win another Super Bowl. He's the best in the league.
Oh my goodness! All right. We're gonna move on.
Here we
We're
go.
gonna move on. We
Sorry,
scheduled
man.
really good. We're gonna go. I'm gonna be honest. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna talk about these Commanders, man, because it's a lot about Jalen Hurts this, Jalen Hurts that. Oh yeah, they're 17-0 since last year, and I'm looked at that number. I said 17-0.
That he started and finished.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
It was a
yeah,
sneaky stat.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he ain't finished the
17
one
and
against y'all.
0.
It started and
I had
finished.
to go back and do some research, and we see that the first loss, the only loss in that 18 game span, was at Northwest Stadium, where the Commanders are 9-2 since last year at Northwest. So Northwest was jumping yesterday. Another
Yeah.
really good game for the Commanders, man. Of course, JD was out, so Mariota had to step up. Had a really solid game. Didn't turn the ball over in through the air, but he did turn the ball over on the ground, which was our first and only turnover of the season so far. The key stat for me: 201 yards. And I'm going to take the 40 that Mariota got away. One of the keys I had to victory for this week was we had to run the ball and we had to spread the ball around to our different running backs on who we have. I hate to be the guy to say it, but I keep saying it. I'm not happy that Austin Eckler went down. However, I do believe that our running back room is in a much better position with the exit of Austin Eckler. And again, I don't mean to say I'm happy to see that the guy got hurt, that I don't want to see him continue his career, anything like that. But it's just the facts. We are in a much better position when it comes to the run game. And last but not least, the run defense. I took some time today to look at the defensive line, and my main focus was Javon Kinlaw to look at him. But my God, the defensive line was just dominant on the interior, and they did a hell of a job containing Ashton Genty, even though he got over that 50-yard mark. But they did feed him a lot. They fed him over 15 carries. So another really good outing, I believe, from my run defense. A great job for my pass rush. We had 5 sacks, and that was a lot of the time we had with our heavy front on the defensive line. So I do believe we do have to add some speed at some point. But 5 sacks on a day like this, it was pretty good. So I'm excited to see how these guys do moving forward. Just got to get off the field, man. You can't give up these big plays, and I think we'll be in pretty good shape.
Okay.
Yeah. Trey Tucker, man. He had a day
Yeah.
on y'all.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
But I will say, the old guy showed up. I see Bobby Wagner got him too. Vaughn got him a sack. I thought she was gonna highlight Vaughn's sack, man. Vaughn got him a sack yesterday. That was
yeah,
that was, that was good to see. Nah, but
yeah,
really though, what's most impressive is Dorrance Armstrong and Deron Payne. Them boys is playing ball right now. I'm not
yeah,
gonna lie. They
yeah.
look they look, especially Payne. Payne looked like he ready to get that deal. So I will say that was impressive. I had the Raiders beating y'all yesterday. I thought they were gonna sneak in there and compete, and y'all straight up dominated them. So, and I'm not gonna lie, the offense didn't miss a beat without JD5, which leads me into my next question. Do you think it's a system that makes JD5 as great as he is? Not saying he's not talented, because he is. But Mariota, who has a similar skill set, came in and put up 15 to 21, 207 yards, a touchdown, and 6 carries on the ground, 40 yards, and another touchdown. That's a very impressive day. 250 all-purpose, 2 touchdowns, very efficient. 15 to 21,
Mm-hmm.
9.9 yards per pass. Look real Jaden Daniels esque. So what do you
For
think?
sure, for sure. My biggest thing about Mariota, man, end of the day, he was a second overall pick and former franchise quarterback, and also Heisman Trophy winner for those who do care about it. The system is Jay and Daniels. I knew once we signed Mariota, and this was a few weeks, but maybe a week or so before the draft. 110%, I knew, okay, we're drafting Jaden Daniels because he fits the exact model that the Titans try to do with Mariota coming into the NFL. So I do believe that Mariota is very efficient at that quarterback position for us because of the system. However, I don't want to see this, but we've never seen Mariota with less than 160 yards from the rushes. In all the games that he played, the running game was very efficient. And we can't really say oh, because he's a bigger threat at the quarterback position, that'd be false. So he had a ton of help from the running game, and I feel like he had a ton of help from play calling as well. So, I'm happy with Mariota came in and did, but we have there's no type of questions that we have as a fan base, we have it as an organization on where Mariota stands with us.
Okay. Yeah, nah. Like Mahad said, y'all definitely look good. All phases too. Like Jalen Lane even hit one on the kickoff
Yeah,
return. So
yeah.
yeah, it's definitely not too much to really talk about with that game. I also had y'all losing that too, just because I thought the Raiders would be tired of losing, honestly, but they obviously not. So yeah, y'all definitely snuck a good one in without y'all starting quarterback. And
Yeah,
who y'all got next week?
We got Atlanta, man.
Okay,
So that's
angry
gonna be
Atlanta.
an interesting matchup for sure on who plays at quarterback.
For
Yeah,
sure.
for sure.
Yeah, because they
let
just got
Jaden
30 0'd.
let
And
Jaden
that's my
sit, man.
thing. You just played a team just got 30-0. You coming home.
They bad, man.
Conte, you already know we coming to you, man. We wrapping up this Commanders talk, and we're gonna talk about this Sunday night game. Pretty interesting game, if you ask me. Pretty fun to watch. But from a fan's perspective, man, how are you feeling right now? This is a safe space. How are you feeling?
Yeah, season's over. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Season's over. Yeah.
Damn.
Teams that are 0-3 have a 2% chance of making the playoffs.
That's facts.
You know what I mean?
Well,
So
there you go.
if we're keeping it a buck, the season's over. But I'll get into the game, man. So we play the Chiefs. I was looking forward to this. I told y'all Patty in the beginning of the season, he's always shaky. This Chiefs team, they're not really impressive to me. They're a beatable team, and I really wanted this win. Because I've been talking a lot of trash about this team. And we could have had this win. I didn't see anything from the Chiefs that was scary. Patty wasn't scary. Travis wasn't scary. Yeah, but let's get into what we had going on. I'll start with the defense. Defense, they did their jobs in my opinion. We didn't get a lot of sacks, and I know our defense, especially the line, was very hyped this summer. And we haven't been getting the numbers.
Y'all got one sack though.
Yeah, we got one. Brian Burns got a sack, but we're not getting the numbers like Abdul getting sacks, Kayvon getting sacks, but they're getting pressured. They're affecting the game. The numbers aren't really reflecting it, and we saw that this game. Kayvon was all over the field. He had himself a great day. Brian Burns, same thing. He's Brian Burns is. I want to say he's elite. You know what I mean? I want to give him top
Been
5.
that.
I want to give him top 5, but I'm gonna slow down.
No, he can be in those combos for sure.
Yeah. And
If you break it down.
He's the borderline in those conversations for sure. Abdul Carter, him as well. He played a pretty good game. Him just being versatile, and that's another thing. I'm glad Abe said that. Like, he's a rookie, right? I get it. He's a great talent, and you expect, you just expect things from guys like that. But he's gonna progress. He's gonna get into his groove of things, and you gotta understand we're throwing him everywhere. Yeah. He's on the line. He's linebacker. Yeah, he's doing everything. So the numbers will come with him. But the defense, I was happy with the defense. They had Patty flustered. They had him almost committed a turnover, that fumble when he threw it behind, and he ended up getting it himself, which is crazy. Bobby, like you gotta just land on that ball, bro.
Match that joint.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. So and then even with Travis Kelce, I feel like we shut him down most of the game as well, but I think he's washed. And then and on the offensive side, it was one of my keys to the game, right? It was we got to win the trenches. I feel like we did a great job in the trenches. Andrew Thomas came back and he looked like Andrew Thomas. We had him on a snap count. Only played 25 snaps, but in those snaps he just looked like a Pro Bowler. You know what I mean? We were able to run the ball as well. Tyrone Tracy got hurt, dislocated his shoulder. I'm not happy about that, but we saw our 4th round pick, Cam Scatterbo. He's good. He's a hooper.
Saw a lot of him.
He's a hooper. On the offensive side, he was the only guy who really came to play, in my opinion.
He was the offense.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. So Cam, he had 10 carries for 60 yards, a touchdown, and he had six receptions for 61 yards. Yeah, he was the offense. No one else could really be the offense because the Chiefs were basically, hey, we're gonna take Malik out of this game. You guys are just gonna have to beat us with another guy or run the ball. So we chose to run the ball, and we were effective, but we can't turn the ball over in certain situations. And Russ, the decision making, it was just so bad. It was forced. It was like he was getting frustrated, and all right, I'm just gonna feed Malik. I'm just gonna feed Wandell, and it was bad throws, man. And even in the game, like you see, Jackson Dart is coming out to cheers. Coming up, we're doing. He's only doing RPOs. Like he hasn't even thrown the ball yet in a game.
Yeah,
and we're still. He wanted to. Yeah, he did want to. And we're still like when he's in the game, we're moving the ball. You know what I mean? Even though it was one play, two plays, we're moving the ball, and it's a certain thing, right? Like he had an RPO play, we got like 8 yards on it. He stayed for the next play. I think we ended up getting like a first down on it, and then later on in the game, it's like 3rd and 4. We do the same play, but we do it with Russ.
Yeah, and he kept it.
He kept it and got tackled for like a loss, or he just got to the line of scrimmage. It's not he can't run the same things. It's just, I'm over us. I'm ready to move on. I feel like last week he blew his load pause. He don't got nothing else in him. It's over, man. It's over for him. Like anything he had left, in my opinion, he used it against Dallas. So I'm ready to move on. I think our coaches are ready to move on. The fan base, y'all heard him cheers. If you watch the game, you heard him cheers.
We want Dart.
We're ready to move on. Hey, listen, if Brian Daboll is gonna get fired, if this whole thing is gonna get switched up, go out swinging. Go out with
that
your
was my hot take. That was my hot take in the summer, man. Daboll on that hot sheet.
Yeah. So at this point, like I said,
a tough schedule too, though.
Yeah, but no one's trying to hear. Like I get it, but you gotta show us something. Especially, and these games have been winnable.
And y'all got guys. That's what, like, the Giants have guys. Like, it's not like there's teams that are worse than the Giants that have wins right now. The Giants got some guys over there. They got one of the better receivers in football. They got a good number 2. They got a solid O-line when Thomas is playing. Scatterbo look good. Get a quarterback in there, bro.
Yeah, it's just a quarterback.
Gotta get a quarterback. And
but I will say I didn't like a lot of the Ball's play calling at times. Like he was running it when he wasn't supposed to, throwing it when he wasn't supposed to. Like I don't know. I think he definitely deserves some blame when it comes to the play call. Even though Russell wasn't looking good, I didn't like certain play calls from tonight for sure.
I agree with that. Some of the play calling, it was kind of off, but I don't know, man. I don't know at this point. Like I told you,
it is.
Season's over for us. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Y'all got any questions?
Some real tough matchups coming up too, man.
I got a couple questions. Go ahead, my fault.
Yeah, and then don't lose to the Saints. Dayball won't make it to Thanksgiving.
Yeah, if we lose to the Saints, that Monday hurts.
Man.
Scan cards not working.
We got a job for Dayball in Philly, man. OC, come on. Come coach JalenHurts, baby.
Yeah, y'all might want Mike McDaniel. That boy, that's another story, but he was calling last game. He was. He can play call.
My question for you, Conte, is like, about Dayball's play calling. Like when Scatterbo is running the ball like that, why is he only getting 10 carries in a close ball game for the majority of the game? I feel like he should have got 15, 20 at least if he gets 6 yards.
That's a good point. But that goes back to the play calling that Abe said. I don't know. I really don't know what he was thinking. Like he's averaging 6 yards per carry. It's clearly working, and we have Russell Wilson. He dropped back 32 times. 32 times. Why? You know what I mean? Especially when he's turning the ball over too. Like it ain't even like I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Go ahead.
My bad. I was just gonna say one good spotlight too. Y'all were definitely getting down the field, but the red zone offense was terrible. Like you said, Russ threw a doing that hit the field goal post. Like it was terrible decision making. But y'all were moving the ball. Like so,
a lot of that though was penalties. the Chiefs played a bad game. Their
They're very
corners,
sloppy right now.
yeah,
They don't look
very,
like the Chiefs.
Very.
yeah. So we were getting down there, but a lot of it was penalties. Yeah,
Okay.
I think y'all played 3 winnable games, man.
I
Y'all
do
very
too.
well could be 3-0, 2-1, but
I'm
Easily,
shaking
bro.
my head like,
Mm.
yeah, like stop playing with us, bro. I'm
Y'all
over
were a
here like,
beatable
hey,
team
you're
too.
right, you're right.
Yeah, it was
nah, I mean,
14-9
nah,
at
that
fourth
was a
quarter
one
for them.
possession game until the
Yeah,
end.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that was a winnable game. Every game they've been in grasp of. They just haven't. Good teams find a way to win those games, and they haven't been able to find them.
and
Do I think the Giants' season over? No, I don't think it's over, but
nah. Look at the schedule.
it's slim, bro. It's slim.
We
But
got
Hey,
Dark can
what?
change that, man. Dark can
Their
change that. Y'all
schedule
should.
Oh
crazy though.
we
my
got
That's
we
goodness.
got
really
we got Chargers, Saints,
Y'all gotta stop with the
Eagles,
dark
Broncos,
take,
Eagles.
bro.
Oh
Man,
yeah,
listen.
y'all cook. Yeah,
Y'all gotta stop. Y'all
y'all
gotta
cook.
stop with the dark takes, bro.
Dart.
You're just when Dart clicks and he's a good quarterback, we're gonna bring this back. Like you already like you just assuming he gonna be
Please.
bad, man. He
Drew
gonna
Lock.
He's
you
better
think he
than
gonna
Drew
be
Lock.
Drew Lock?
He's better than
Drew
Drew
Lock
Lock.
is my NFL comp.
Okay.
Jesus. RG3 is my NFL comp for JD.
That's your opinion. You are entitled, man. But listen, you made a really good statement as far as winnable games and how it was a one possession game, so it's winnable. The Cowboys were down by one possession today as well, but I don't know how winnable this game was. So, Avery, we're gonna bring it to you. We want to hear what's going on in Dallas, man.
Man, what's not going on? I'll start up with last week with my keys to victory that I said last week. So we had three keys to victory in the episode last week, and first one was to defend the pass, which we didn't do, which is probably why we didn't get the victory. And then my second one was to run the ball and a lot of play action. And right out the gate, that's exactly what we did. Y'all can see we only gave the ball to Javonte Williams 10 times and he still had 76 yards. So he was giving them 7.6 a pop, man.
You look
But
good.
yeah, he looked good at the beginning of the game. First half wasn't really
Miles
that
look good
bad.
too.
Yeah, we ran the ball on them, which I expected during my keys to victory. Like I said, I watched the tape when they played the Lions. That's all the Lions were doing. They were literally just running and play action. That's exactly what I said we needed to do. And I also said, based off of us running and hitting with the play action, we were going. Jake Ferguson should have a breakout day, which he did. So he had the most catches, most yards, and yeah, the game plan on offense was what I expected it to be. It's just I'm gonna keep it 100 audience. I fell asleep at halftime. I did not see the second half, but I have watched the highlights, but can't really give you the most genuine review of what I've seen. But in the first half, we scored on every possession, although it be not touchdowns every time, but it was 14-24, I believe, at halftime. And so it wasn't a one possession game. It was two possession game at halftime. Then they came out and we stopped them on their first drive and we're rolling, about to score again, and the interception happens from the drop from GP. So I feel like our offense just keeps rolling and we keep turning the ball over while we're moving the ball, and that's really starting to get to me, especially on our opening drive when Javonte Williams
That
was
hurt. That hurt.
rolling, fumbles the ball, and that was one of my keys to victory was we can't let them get off to a hot start. They started with the ball, we three and out them, we're about to score, and then we fumble. So I feel like that was a big part of the game. I know it happened early with around 12 minutes or so left over, but yeah, offense, I don't really got too much to complain about, to be honest with you. Of course, there's some things to work on. We ran the ball well, obviously. Throwing the ball with wasn't too bad of a day in my opinion. Even with the CD loss, I still feel like Dak was spreading the ball around. He went 31 for 40, missed 9 throws, had a couple drops mixed in there too. So um, wasn't too bad a day in the air. He did have two picks. One was dropped. The other one was literally the last play of the game, just fourth and goal, try and throw it up. So, it is what it is. But on the defensive side of the ball, man, Matt Eberflus, nobody's feeling the zone. Nobody in the world that knows football is feeling the zone, man. Like I said last week during the Keys of Victory, it's like, if you're going to play that zone, you gotta coach a more aggressive zone. Like, it can't just be patty cake, no hands on people, open, and people are open. And yeah, I saw the same thing from today. Watching people run by them, not getting depth in their zone. It's just, It's real undisciplined football, and I'm starting to see why Matt Eberflus was fired. I don't think that was the best hire. I still do believe personnel wise, we have good players on defense. I really think it's more so scheme than the players, in my opinion. I think if we had a different defense coordinator with more of a head on his shoulders, I think this season would be going a lot better right now because our offense really is looking pretty good, in my opinion. It's just obviously our pass defense is looking terrible. Run defense was still good today. Can't complain. I believe they didn't run the ball too much. They really didn't have to because they were throwing the ball. But when they did run, they didn't really do much. Again, I mentioned earlier we had 10 carries from our starting running back, 77 yards. Their starting running back Swift had 13 carries for 33 yards. So we held him in check for most of the day. Same with Caleb Williams. He had 5 rushes, only 12 yards. So we were pretty disciplined. Our running lanes didn't really let him scramble much, but people were open on the back end with that weak zone. So again, moving forward, I would just love for us. Like, if we're gonna stick with Matt Eberflus, if it is what it is, I just want to see him mix it up more, man. Because we're literally just playing a base zone all game, yo. And I've seen in the past 2 games when we send pressure and man, we don't look too bad, honestly. Like, if we go back to the first game against the Eagles, we didn't blitz until the third quarter. That was our very first blitz. We weren't getting no pressure the whole first half. Jalen Hurts was doing whatever he wanted. And third quarter came, we finally sent Trey Diggs on a corner blitz. It made some noise. He didn't make the play, but it did something. You feel me? So rushing four for this team is just not going to help. Kind of like past pods that we've had in the past. We have Ryan allude to how maybe Lattimore is not who we think he is anymore, and he might just need a little bit more help. And that's the coach's job to help him out and scheme things to help him so he doesn't get torched every weekend. So I think that's what we're missing a lot of. I think the players we have on the field are fine. Kind of like even what Mahad was saying too with Dory Jackson, how they got to figure out a way to have him on the field, but maybe even hide him on the field. And he's been doing good the last 2 weeks, and that's what good defense coordinators do. They see the holes, they fill them with however they got to do it, and that's what I feel like is missing a lot because there's no adjustments at all throughout the game. And yeah, man, that's our main problem is pass defense. Again, we stopping the run. Although it be not too many carries, but still with the carries, they're not doing much with them. It's just the pass defense, man. Our offense is still rolling. We've had 3 punts in 3 games. Think that's pretty good if you ask me. So, although we're not scoring touchdowns on every drive, we're still putting points on the boards. As long as we get to that 50, I know we got a good shot at putting points on the board. So, not too worried about the offense, even with CD out. I think Dak's still going to Dak. Might be a little rougher, tougher for sure with CD out because, that's 13, 14 targets a game, at least 8, 9 catches a game that we're missing out on. But hopefully Dak can, earn his money and we can stay afloat. But we got a pretty favorable schedule coming up after this Packers game. So hopefully we can start these first 6 games around 3-3. That's where I had us anyways. I actually had us losing to the Bears in our little pregame, in our preseason um matchups that we picked. So wasn't too surprised on the L, but definitely surprised over the score. Again, y'all fell asleep. It was 14 up at halftime, and then I see we ain't score. Like when I
For
woke
the
up, I'm like,
rest
what
of the
the
game.
heck? I thought, and that when I woke up, I see Milton in the game. I'm like, Dak got hurt. Oh my God. And then I see Dak on the sideline. I'm like, oh, okay, nah, they just took him out. So that was a good sign for me. But yeah, man, it is what it is, man. Pass defense looking terrible, man. It's nothing much more, honestly, for me.
My only
Which, uh,
question: why
what's
is
up?
CD getting stretched? Like, why is he getting runs from the backfield, bro? Like, why?
I mean, we've done that in the past. Like even last year when we didn't have a running game, that's what we did. We gave it to CD. CD was actually our leading rusher for the first 7 weeks of last year until we saw the Pittsburgh Steelers, and then Dowdle finally had his first 100-yard game. So that's something we do is just bring out the off running game, even though it was already there. As I said, we was averaging 7 yards a pop. So probably didn't need to do that, but I'm not mad at the play call. It's just football. It happens. But I know in the fashion of him coming out as a running back, giving it to a wide receiver, and he gets hurt, it looks bad. But I'm not too mad at the decision or the play call. It is what it is. It's football.
All right. I got a couple. I got one question. I'm gonna leave with my one question.
Okay.
With Tyler Booker now out 4 to 6 weeks, CeeDee
Yeah.
Lamb out 2 to 4 weeks, Cooper
Yeah.
BB already out for 3 more games at least on
Deron
injured reserve.
Blind.
DeRon
Hmm.
Bland injured, and you guys got the Packers next week.
Mm.
Yep.
So
Well, this
do
week,
you?
yeah. Mhm.
Well, yeah, this coming up week. Do you feel like it's a must? Nah, actually, no, I'm not gonna do that. Do you feel like the season is in jeopardy?
No, again, just because I said we kind of got some favorable matchups coming up after the Packers. I think we got not to say two easy ones, but two easier matchups after the Packers. So we have the Jets and the Raiders. So if we could pick up those two wins and go 3-3 through our first 6 games and get some guys coming back, I think we're still in pretty good position.
Just to
Y'all got the
clarify,
Jets.
you
Y'all
got
got
the
the Jets
Jets
and
and
the
the
Panthers coming
Panthers.
up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Panthers. I'm sorry, I thought it was Raiders. Okay.
No, you're fine. But my only
Mhm.
rebuttal to that, and I'll let Conte go, is your defense, aside from the Eagles game, your defense looks like the game these quarterbacks that are struggling are looking to catch their stride against. You got Russell Wilson, who just went crazy against y'all. Caleb Williams, who has looked like one of the worst quarterbacks in football this year, came out and
Mhm.
looked like the number one pick against y'all. And now you guys got Jordan Love coming to town. So I wouldn't be
That's worse than Caleb Williams.
I wouldn't look at schedules and think any team's an easy team right now. I could see
No,
Justin Fields
I
coming
didn't
in
say
there.
that. I just said easier matchup than the
I
Packers.
feel
That's
you.
all I was saying.
Okay. All
Favorable,
right.
favorable. That's all I was
Okay.
saying. Yeah, I'm with you though, for sure. I
All
agree.
right. All right.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Conte.
ain't no team sweet in the NFL right now. The Panthers just put up 30 and allowed zero, so
30 zapped them boys.
that could very well much be us for sure. So yeah, for sure. Hmm.
Yeah, nah, Maha kind of took my question.
Mhm.
With the defense that you guys have, you made two quarterbacks that we all deem as ass look really good. Look really good. So these next quarterbacks that y'all got, you got Jordan Love, you
Hmm.
maybe got Justin Fields, Bryce Young, and then I think JD might be back.
Jeez.
You know, so are you nervous? Are you good? Are you confident? You think changes are going to be
I
made?
mean, yeah, that's really all it comes down to. Because again, like I told you, I feel like the DB's personnel we have isn't that bad. We've won with those same players, so it's not like these are new guys. I'm like, all right, they just asked, like we gotta get some new people. No, these are guys we've won with in the past under a different scheme, of course.
Yeah.
But again, like you just asked, I feel like if Matt Eberflus makes some adjustments, finally starts coaching, I think we could see some light. Because again. Run defense looks good. It's really just the pass defense. I know that sounds, I mean, it's bigger, taller task than I'm making it, but if
Yeah.
we could clean up the pass defense just a little bit, I think that helps Dak. Because
Has
I
there
know
been
we're down CD and whatnot, but our backup wide receivers, they look pretty good. Like Ryan Flournoy, he came in, caught a couple passes. I don't know if y'all peeped him, number 19. We were talking about him over the summer a little bit, but they look all right. They not CD, but they'll be all right.
has there been any rumblings about his job, the defensive coordinator, or not yet? It's too early for that.
Yeah, it's a little too early
Too early.
game, y'all, man. It's week 3, so gotta let him cook. Ain't nobody liking what he's cooked so far, of course. But it
Yeah.
is what it is. All we can do is hope and pray he makes adjustments because we can clearly see whatever he's coaching them to do right now isn't working. So that's all a Cowboy fan can hope is that he makes adjustments. Maybe, and again, it's not even just making adjustment to the zone, just like mix it up. Like these quarterbacks are coming out here already knowing you're in a base zone every play. Like they already know where they're going before the ball snapped. And that's the issue. Is like it really doesn't matter who you have on the field. Honestly, if you're gonna be that predictable, it doesn't matter who's on the field. You can just throw it to the open spot of the zone. So yeah, like that's why the bum quarterbacks are looking good against us. So hopefully
Yeah.
make some adjustments. Yeah,
I mean, this is my thing. I mean, I don't think it's scheme. I mean,
Personnel.
Is
I
Eberflus
don't think
even
so.
good? Even Eberflus even really a good defensive coordinator? I mean, I don't know because I feel like the Cowboys have had this type of issue for some time now. It's just not so much the passing game. It's just not so much the run game as it was before. So it's only one common denominator that's no longer in blue, and that's Michael Parsons, and that's really what's affecting those DBs. I mean, the year Trayvon Diggs had 13 picks, he gave up the most yards on damn near in history, was it? Something crazy like that.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
the thing is, without that pass rush, we are seeing what these corners and safeties are truly like. I will say I love Donovan Wilson. I really like him. He was flashing. He was popping on the screen. I really like Donovan Wilson. But outside of him, man, it's just something that I feel like the Cowboys have been battling with for some time now, and I don't see an end in sight
True.
defensively.
Yeah, nah, I don't know. I still think it's the scheme, mainly because excuse me. I still think it's a scheme mainly because, like, I don't know. Like I said, y'all, those same players were with us when we were 12-5 doing good on defense. I know we had Micah, don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, like I told you, like the coach is not helping those DBs. We don't even send pressure. Like that's why the quarterbacks are chilling. I watched a lot of tape, and I know it's not the Cowboys. I was watching all these other teams that have good defensive fronts, and they weren't hitting home rushing four either. Even the Giants, like. Honestly, I don't think a lot of teams in the NFL can rush forward and hit home at this point, honestly, even the good ones. Because, like I said,
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
have
yeah,
content.
that,
Yeah,
for
so
sure.
that's really the issue. I understand what you're saying. I can see why you're saying what you're saying as far as like us losing Micah or defensive pass rush that could help our DBs on the back end. But it's not even, you can't, our coach isn't helping our DBs when we're not running blitzes at all. Like it's literally the same base defense the whole game. So the quarterback's not even expecting a blitz at all because he knows it's not coming. Like, you see what I mean? So I think that's really what's helping opposing offenses more than our personnel in the field. I really think those guys can get it done with better scheme and coaching, in my opinion. But I understand
I
why you say
feel
what you're
you.
saying, though.
I
Hmm.
feel you, but that defensive line from a defensive line perspective, yeah, the blitz is nice, the blitz is that. When you blitz, you taking guys out of coverage. When
Yeah,
you
that's true.
have when you have that game record, that's what affects the back end. You know, quarterbacks know as soon as I got a guy coming from my left side, I got my hot route right here over to my left side. If I got a defensive end coming off that edge, there is no hot route. I got to get this ball out. Whatever the hot route is, it's a corner right there. So it's gonna make that corner look really good. So I get it. Yeah, he can help a lot with blitzing, but if he blitz more and you guys still allow this many passing yards, then they'll be calling for his job for blitzing too much and taking
No,
guys out of coverage. So it's
but you
like
got to try things. You got to mix it up, bro. You can't just come
fair,
out there with the same
fair.
defense all game or 90% of the game. Like Mahad told you, he was at the game and we ran zone 95% of the game. So it should have been an easier game for Hurts. But what made it harder for him was the play calling. So if you got a good play caller playing against us, it's going to be easy pickings, just like it was for the Giants. Like, or just like it was for the Bears. Like, it's really not that hard to beat us when you're playing the same defense every play. Like if you're playing somebody on Madden and they pick the same defense every play, it's not going to be that hard to beat them, Brad. So I understand what you're saying, but the coaching is not helping our
Nah,
DBs
yeah,
at
because did
all.
y'all see that picture I sent?
Yeah, bro, exactly. It was 3rd and 2. Why don't we have? Why aren't our DBs at the sticks? Why are they 7 to 8 yards off the ball? That makes no sense. That's just coaching. You know what I mean? And I know they don't want to do that. They're being told to do that. And I think that was the problems the Bears were having in Chicago as well, and why there was so much feud because this dude really might not know what he's doing, to be honest with you. So
I appreciate y'all for playing your cards right and joining the Kings of the East, man. We'll be back in a couple days. Talk to y'all soon.
hey, it's all love, Micah. I ain't gonna hold you. It's all
Best
love.
team in ball.
We see y'all this week.
My man Conte said season over.
I'm
Sheesh.
out.